Girls, I just discovered the best method in order to get flawless glowy makeup. So in case you want to elevate your makeup game and want the most flawless and glowy looking makeup, then listen up. Hi girlies, it's Evie. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be all about my daily makeup routine, including all of the tips and tricks that I do on a daily basis. So in case you're interested, keep watching. Okay, starting off with a big one, which is skincare obviously. I'm using the rice milk from Beauty of Joseon. And spoiler, pretty much everything of my skincare is from Beauty of Joseon at that point, so I hope you don't mind. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hands and then I just pat it onto my face. Then I like to go in with their eye cream, and no, this is not sponsored. This is just because I love their products so much and I have personally very sensitive skin, so this doesn't do anything bad to my skin. And I'm sorry for the background noises, it's just him walking around and stuff. But like my all-time favorite is their sunscreen. It's the Relief Sun sunscreen. So this has been my favorite for years, and let me tell you, it has transformed my skin so much. So I would say this is by far the best sunscreen ever, because I have tried many drugstore products but somehow none of them were working. And even though I love to use my sunscreen as some sort of primer before applying my foundation, I usually like to let it set into my skin for like 2 to 5 minutes. So I will do that and then I will be back. For foundation, this one is not really matching because I feel like it's a little bit too yellowish, and in case you also have this problem, depending on your skin tone, you just go into a colorful like eyeshadow, and for me it would be purple and a little bit of blue. By the way, these brushes are the best. They're on a budget and I think I got them off Temu. They came in a set of almost 20 brushes I think, and they were so cheap and still they're so amazing, so I love the quality. Okay, so you see it's not really matching. Look at that, it's even better now. So you literally can't really see any difference. So you don't have to buy a new foundation if maybe you're wrong with the shade. You can just mix it up, and I think makeup artists are also doing this trick, and sometimes they're just putting white or black paint in it. And another thing to pay attention to is when you do your foundation with a brush, which for me is the best technique ever, then you should always try to make downwards motions so that your foundation would literally like blend into your skin like magic. And then I don't do my under eyes because I want to avoid having too much product on them. Yes, you can a little bit see it by the color, but like it's not creased at all around here. So pay attention to use a pretty much fluffy brush and then something that is like this, you know? I now go in with the Pico Lovers contour stick in the shade 5, and I just put a little bit on a very pointy kind of brush because we want it to be natural, and then just in upwards motions so that it won't look creasy or anything. And make sure to also blend all of your makeup into your hairline, because this just elevates the look so much, you have no idea. And what I love about this pointy kind of brush is when I'm contouring my forehead, or I would say it's more like a bronzer honestly, but like it will look so smooth if you do it with this kind of brush. And then I just use the excess to blend it a little bit more into the middle of my forehead. And then I like to do a little bit contour on my eye area. And then I just like to go in with my finger and do a little bit of nose contouring so that I get more of a button kind of nose, also under it. And then for the excess I just apply it like that. Ignore my under eye area, but like, what? This is... After contouring, I always move on to my blush, and for this I currently use this matte lipstick because first of all it's the perfect shade, and second of all the consistency is just perfectly waxy. So, and then just with a very big and fluffy brush, also a little bit on my nose bridge, and then I just like to go in with my fingers and blend it out a little bit more.
Wow!
I now use the Maybelline Multi-Age Concealer And I don't know the shade because you literally can't see it because I use it so much. And this is my concealer placement. I'm just gonna blend it with this kind of brush. It's also kind of pointy, and again, downwards motions. But you can also bring it up a little bit, like on here. And then like that for a lifted effect. And I even blend out the rest with my fingers, as you can see. But I would recommend you to never ever use a beauty blender again, because this makes such a difference. And if I use a beauty blender, my under eye area is so creasy, like you have no idea. But if I do that, literally no creasiness at all. This is the current state, and cream products are done for now, so now let's move on to the powder products. This is the setting powder I'm using, and as you can tell, I love it. I already bought another one because I'm scared that it will be sold out, and I have it in shade Natural. In case you couldn't read it, it's the Soft Matte Loose Powder from Manhattan, and it's so good. And again, we're not using a beauty blender or something, we are using another brush. And for now I'm using one that is kind of fluffy but also kind of flat. And make sure to wipe off the excess. You also have to pay attention in case your makeup is already creasy. For me it's a little bit, so you go in with the tip of your brush and then just very gently try to remove it, and then you just very gently tap it in. Also over your eye. I'm sorry, but every time I do my makeup and it turns out looking good, which obviously it does with this new technique, I get so excited because this is literally girl therapy. Like, now I'm going in with highlighter, and my personal favorite is the She Glam Glow Stick. This is what it looks like, and I have it in the shade, wait, Tea Cake. So it's a very like champagne kind of color. I hope you can see that. And for this I'm using this brush, which is I think the typical highlighter kind of brush, and my nose bridge. And I'm also applying a little bit on my forehead, which is kind of insane, but I just love glowy makeup. So this will make your skin look a little bit more healthy and just more fresh. And then on here a little bit, and of course my cheekbones. At that point my whole cheeks are literally glowing, but like okay. And then this one is optional, but I think it's more natural if when you smile this area is also shining, because I don't know, I just love the look of it. And now lastly, I also like to go in under my eyebrows. We are glowing. Here's the look from afar. Some would say it's a little bit too glowy, I would say it's just perfect. For my eyebrows I just like to use the GGB Beloved Brow Fix, and I just brush it in upwards motions. And for my eye makeup I just use the Dior Backstage palette, but you can pretty much use whatever you want. This is just my personal favorite. And I go into the brown one and a little bit of black, like this, and then I wipe off the excess. And then I pretty much draw myself like an eyeliner and then blend it out afterwards. Like that, and then the excess for under my eyes. And then I just take my finger and like blend it out, but try to blend it out in upwards motions again, because we don't want any puppy eyes in that case. We want to be lifted. Also here, and the same for the other side as well. Moving over to my brows again, I like to use just a teeny tiny bit of black so that you can barely see it. And then I just fill in my brows a little bit just to darken them. Now I'm just gonna heat this up so that I can curl my eyelashes a little bit better. Okay, I think that was too much. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Before using mascara, I like to go in with a lash boost primer because it makes your lashes literally look 10 times better. Oh, and by the way, I will link everything in the caption because I'm just noticing that I haven't told you the names of all the products. And now the best mascara ever is the Maybelline Sky High Mascara in Cosmic Black. Because the other one, I don't know, has not the same effect, but this one, perfection. And then I just like to sort of rubble or wiggle it, if you can call it like that, and also give it a little twist. And also make sure to really get all of your lashes, so also on your like waterline. By the way, sometimes I also like to go in with eyeshadow on the inside of my waterline, but I'm not feeling that today. Just like that, and then a little bit with the tip. This is the finished product for my lashes. Now lastly, I'm doing my lips, and this kind of varies because sometimes I'm just going in with a lip liner that is pretty much the exact shade, but I think for now I'm doing my typical content makeup look, so the one that you actually requested on my Instagram story. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, this lip combo is kind of an effort, but we will make it. First, I'm going in with the Essence Comfort Lip Liner in the shade 3, and then I just overline them. And by the way, when you're overlining your lips, make sure to only overline this area and not on the corner of your lips. Like so, because otherwise it won't look natural. And now for this lip combo, the good thing about it is that it will literally last the whole day and it won't fade. Not even with Boyfriend Air. So I'm going in with some setting powder to really set the base. Just make sure to have no moisture in your lips anymore, then it's perfect. And then I like to go in with the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink in the shade Charmed, so shade 100. And I just apply it all over my lips. And then really quick before it dries, I'm going in with a cooler tone, which is the shade Koi, just for the inner part. And now we have to wait. And now that my lips are dried, and you can tell that they're dried when they're like not so sticky when you do that. And then I go in with this one again, which we were using as our cream blush. And sometimes if I notice that I need a little bit more blush, especially during the winter time, I'm also doing that. And now the actual last part, which is optional. I just like to go in here with a very pointy brush, and then I just like that. And sometimes I also like to do fraggles with the same method, but not that often, so I think that's enough. So here you have my daily makeup. And that's it already with today's video, so in case you enjoyed it, make sure to give some support and also follow for more. So bye bye, I love you so much.